Welcome to Andy's How I Did It channel. Today we're going to see if we can change the tube out on our 8.5-inch electric scooter tire. You're going to want to stick around to the end because I'm going to show you a tip that you're going to need to know to get your tire lined up correctly. We're going to start by setting the scooter down on a stable surface and peeling back these little reflective decal stickers that hide the two Phillips head screws that you're going to need to loosen to get this outer cover off. For this particular scooter, this is a size 2 Phillips head screw that you need to loosen. It's set deep inside of that black plastic material, and you're going to need to loosen one of the screws all the way and take it out, and you'll need to loosen the second screw slightly so that the plastic cover can rotate freely and allow you to get to the Allen wrench head screws. From there, you're going to take your 5/32 inch Allen wrench and loosen the screw on each side and take it out completely. Here I'm going to go ahead and remove that cover again, let it swing around and remove that second screw, and then I'm going to flip the scooter on the other side and take out a 9/32 inch Allen wrench to loosen the screws that attach the disc brakes to the frame. So go ahead and remove those two screws out completely and set the screws aside so that the brake calipers are allowed to hang freely from the scooter. You'll need to remove this piece because you can't effectively slide the scooter tire backwards out of the assembly without removing the brake calipers. From there, you'll want to go ahead and set the scooter on a steady surface and pull backwards on the tire itself with the disc to remove it from the scooter. Here's my special tool that I use. I'll link to one down in the description below, but I got it several years ago to help get small tires off of the rim. I'm using a combination of water and dishwashing soap mixed together and spread around the rim to help ease that rubber off of the rim. You want to get that tool inside in between the rim and the rubber and go ahead and slide one side of it out. From there, I'm taking the tube out after having unscrewed it from its mounting position. I'm going to take it out completely off the rim before I remove the tire from the rim. I want to go ahead and check this tube and see where the hole is. You can see it where the air bubble is. I found the hole because I need to know if there's something that's inside the tire that's causing it to run flat, or if it was something that was run over with the scooter that caused it to run flat. Now that I've got the scooter out, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull the tire off the rim. I'm going to put some water in there and inspect the inside of it and make sure that there's no sharp barbs or anything that would be causing this tire to run flat. I'm going to clean it really good on the inside of the rim and go ahead and get that new tire out. Again, I ordered this one from Amazon. It's an 8.5-inch extra thick heavy duty tube that I'm using on this rim to replace it. I'm going to go ahead and slide that tube onto the rim first, put the nut on that secures the Schrader valve into the rim, and go ahead and slide the tire on one side. The first side of the tire should be kind of easy. Again, I've lubed it up with some dishwashing soap and water. It's really the second part of the tire that's actually more difficult to slide on the rim. If you're having trouble getting your tire on, I've linked to the tool down in the description below so that you'll be able to pick one up for yourself. I'm gonna get the tire at least halfway on before I use this little tool. I think you can use a screwdriver too, but I'd be careful because you can end up putting another hole in the tube that you're trying to fix, but it helps to get that tire slid back on the rim. Once I've done that, I want to go ahead and put some air in it. These tires are set to 50 pounds per square inch, which is really easy to do with an air compressor, so be careful. It's very quick. Check the pressure once you fill the tire up. Make sure that it's not too much. If it's too much, then go ahead and deflate it a little bit. Once you finish inflating the tire to the proper air pressure, then go ahead and wipe the rim and the tire and the disc off before you install it. We're setting the scooter back up again, and we're gonna go ahead and line that wheel axle up with the grooves on the scooter. And you'll note that on the axle portion of this tire, I'll zoom in a little bit and you can see that it's got to fit into slots that are on the axle part. You want to slide that tire in and slide it in all the way so that you can put the brake caliper piece back on around the disc brake. You're going to go ahead and and set your screws back in that hold the tire in on the axle itself. Once again, I think it's a 5/32 inch Allen wrench that I'm using to tighten that wheel back down. You'll see I'll get that tight on both sides. You can't really over tighten these because of the bushings in the axle. And then once I've completed that step, I'm going to go ahead and put this brake caliper piece back on. I want to line it up around the disc that's there, being careful not to get any oil or anything around that disc. Here's the important part though. When you spin that tire, you want to make sure that that disc doesn't rub those brake pads inside that caliper anywhere. If it does, it's going to slow it down and it's going to rub unnecessarily and wear your brakes down early. So make sure, that's my important tip, that your wheel spins freely once you tighten that back down. If it does not spin freely, loosen those Allen wrench nuts back up and make sure that it spins freely first. Go ahead and put that cap back on. Put your stickers back on after putting in your Phillips head screw, and you should be good to go with your tire change replacement. If you like these kind of videos, please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. You can check out more of my videos here and here.